So in this video we're going to be taking a look at a split onto the A site that you can use on Mirage. So this sort of execute will be used when you're doing your default round where you get mid control depending on how you do that. I'm not going to go through how you do your default mid control, but I'm going to show the execute once you do that because there's other videos on the mid control. So this the reason why this execute works so well is because the normal execute is smokes here, smokes here, smokes here, and then you come out of ramp and palace. And the thing is that it's quite easy to watch. Not easy, but there's only two places that you have to watch from, and they're in the same sort of direction. You're both facing this way. You don't need to look around you or anything. The thing with the split like this is that not only does the person who's playing on the site have to be looking around constantly, also it makes a lot of the spots that people normally play redundant, since like a spot like this behind triple is completely useless if people are coming up connector. Under dark as well is quite difficult to play when they can also just come out from the stairs or come around jungle. So that's why this execute can be so good, and it's probably better than the one where you just smoke off these spots here, like so. So the first smoke we're going to look at is the one for jungle. So this will be done once you get your mid control, once you've got someone down towards connect area. Maybe you've cleared out connector, maybe the guy who's come underneath has thrown a smoke off the wall here, and you've pop flashed him in, he's cleared out connector. If you want to, you can also push up short and get someone in towards the short area. Either you do that, you'd get someone into short area with this execute, or you'd smoke it off as you're doing the execute, because you don't want someone from short looking into connector. So yeah, we've got someone towards top mid as well, and what he's going to do is he's going to smoke off jungle. So he's going to come towards here. It's the same position as the smoke for connector that you can do, where you throw it like this. But instead what you're going to do is you're going to crouch, you're going to take this line here, and you're going to bring it all the way up until you reach the top of the box here, the bit that sort of sticks out on the top. I'm going to bring it up to there, so from here, bring it up to there and throw. And this is where it's going to land. And so with the smoke, there's no gaps in it. There's like a small gap here, but it actually favours you if someone's standing there, because if someone's sitting here, they can't actually see underneath the gap. But if you're further back, you can see underneath it and kill them if they're hiding in that spot there. And as well, there's no gaps at all in the smoke, as you can see. So once that happens, once he throws that smoke, what he's also going to do is throw some flashes over. So once he's thrown it from here, he's just going to come back towards here, and you see just this gap here. He's just going to run and throw them like that. So you can do one or two, depends on how many spare flashes you've got. Maybe you use some to take mid control, but you just do one like that, and it's a really good flash, since if anyone's playing these close angles, people will be playing these close angles if you've taken mid control. So if you did this smoke here, the guy's playing connector, he's either going to play like here, or he's going to fall back and just play more defensively, just watch connector like this, or on this side here, or maybe he's playing from jungle. And if he's playing from jungle, then the smoke will lock him out. But if he's playing one of these two close angles, that flashbang is going to be really difficult to spot, and it's going to completely blind him. So it's like that, and as you can see, it's directly above there. It just comes out and you can't see it since you're facing so low down. So as that flash comes out, that's when these players come out. There's going to be one who's going to come right, one come left, and you're just going to push in coordination with the other guys, which we're going to look at in a second. So the next guy that we're going to look at is the player who is going to smoke CT. So in your default, perhaps you're going to have one player go towards B at the start of the round. Now either him or the guy who goes A at the start of the round is going to do the smoke. You just need to decide which one's going to do which. Maybe one of you had to use a smoke for some reason, to try and sell a fake, or just for some use, maybe smoke top mid. So one of you needs to have a spare smoke. And so the one that has the smoke is going to do his CT smoke. This is the one that I use. I like to come up towards here. I take my crosshair up here. I bring it right about 2/3 of the way, like a triangle here. So you bring it up 2/3 of the way, and then I do a jump throw bind. And as you can see, that lands there. And so this has no gaps underneath it. The only problem is player can jump up on the ticket booth like this, but when you come out from the ramp, maybe a good idea is once you get towards here to just throw a molly over. just to make sure they can't jump up on it, like so. So you're going to do that, and then once you've thrown your smoke, you'll probably flash over as well. Just a barrage of flashes is always good, and then yeah, come up, clear, push up. What you'll probably do is during your default, you're going to make sure you're just hanging around here, making sure no one pushes up at ramp, so that when you do this execute and you throw your smoke, you know that this area will most likely be clear, since there'll be a really short time frame that someone could push into CT and get into a position like here. So the next player we're going to look at is the one from Palace, and his job's really simple. He's just going to come up in Palace, just hold for a push, whilst your guys are doing the execute, and he's just going to do a normal run, throw, flash, and just push out with the rest of the team, and just be another man coming in from a different angle, being able to shoot anyone who's trying to take cover from the guys coming from the connector or ramp. So he'd be able to shoot anyone in the back that's trying to hide in these positions like here, like so. So next we're going to look at the types of Molotovs that you're going to be using for this execute. Now with this execute, since you're coming from several different positions, you've got people coming up connector, ramp, and Palace. A lot of the spots that you can play on the site are kind of difficult to hide from all of these positions without being like exposed to say 2 of them. So for example, you can sort of try and hide behind triple, but you're going to be your body's going to be sticking out from the side there, and it's going to be difficult to hide in this sort of position there. So you don't really need to molly triple. One of the corners that is still kind of good is the firebox corner here, ninja, whatever you call it. And that's probably one of the positions you want to molly. So you probably have one of the guys who are coming up connected just quickly throw a molly whilst he comes up, clears that out, and then the Palace guy can swing out and peek him as well. Another good molly would be for under balcony if you've got it. Obviously, you know, if you're using mollies for your default as well to clear out different places, then you may not have it. But I'd recommend the most important one to molly is probably ninja, then balcony, and then if you got spares, then obviously you can use them for triple box and sandwich if you got them spare. So now we're going to take a look at the types of plants that you can do with this type of execute. So unlike the normal smokes where you're smoking here and up on the stairs like that, and, for CT, with this execute like this, you've only got control of Palace and ramp, so that sort of determines what sort of positions you can plant for. So you can plant here, you can plant here, you can plant here, like these positions here, but they're fairly risky because you can get spammed through quite easily. And most of the time people will just go for the safe plant here, which is only visible for Palace. But when you're coming in from connector and you're smoking off here and here, you've got control of this area here, so in connector, and if you've got someone in ladder room, then you've got a position in here. It allows you to do a short plant, for example, or a connector plant or something along those lines, so it gives you more options. So you can plant safely here, and the only chance of you dying is from someone to spam through the box with an AWP, for example. If you've got someone in connector, in ladder room, then you shouldn't really die from here, since they can cover that for you. So a plant like this is good somewhere here. So with these plants, it's both for ramp and connector / short, which is a really strong position to be in the post plant for. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's just another look at a different sort of execute you can do onto the A site, since it's sort of default to do these smokes like so, and teams are sort of catching on how to react to these kind of smokes. So I thought I'd show a different sort of execute so that you can change up your executes, and then the CTs will find it difficult to react to how you're going to do this, because they'll think that's an AE site execute and they'll think they'll just do it a normal type of retake like so, but obviously you've got control of connector, which allows you obviously to get good post plant positions and catch off any CTs rotating. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you enjoy my content, subscribe to see more in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next video.